简直就是大美女啊！给你涂点口红怎么样？哇，好美啊！说话呀，说话呀，说话死哑巴！闭嘴一辈子。
This girl who is bullying others is called Angie, solely because she's the principal's daughter, the school security guard. Upon witnessing the scene, not only fails to intervene but also shoos away the onlooking students before quietly leaving. The girl glued to the wall is named Xiaotong because she can't speak. Angie has glued her mouth shut. By the time Xiaotong's mother, Li Han, arrives, Angie and her 3 companions have already left. Seeing her daughter's pitiful state, Li Han is heartbroken. However, being just a cleaner at the school, faced with such a vast status gap, mother and daughter can only swallow their anger in silence. The next day, the 4 bullies hear about an old castle nearby and agree to explore it together. However, Angie doesn't show up. One girl disappears in the time it takes to smoke a cigarette. When the remaining 2 girls come out to search, they only find a corpse. Terrified, the 2 run away. Another girl runs up to the balcony on the 2nd floor. She doesn't dare look back even once, limping into the forest with her injured leg. The lightning and thunder outside frighten Xiaotong. When she goes to the balcony, she sees her mother's furtive figure. Li Han explains she is picking the kumquats Xiaotong's father has planted, but the box contains no kumquats, only crawling insects. The next day, Li Han brings kumquats to ask the principal to transfer Xiaotong back to her original elite class. Faced with the principal's lecherous gaze, Li Han's attitude suddenly becomes firm.
安琪平常怎么对待小童的，在这里我就不多说了。事情如果没有办法解决的话，我们至少是不是可以回避一下？
The principal, visibly nervous and flustered, agrees to Li Han's request. At this time, the police, responding to a report, come to investigate the castle. After searching for a long time, they only find a string of paper cranes. Hearing a noise from a cabinet, they approach to check, but stumble back in fright. When they turn around, the search yields no results. Detective Dai has no choice but to go to the school to question Xiaotong. Looking at the photos of the girls who bullied her, Xiaotong is terrified. Li Han, who is cleaning windows in the distance, sees this and quickly comes to explain on Xiaotong's behalf.
上星期五，学校组织学生去放船祈福。那天小童身体不太舒服，我就带他先回家了。
等一下，你刚才有说是哪一天吗？嗯？那你为什么回答是星期五，那么笃定？
大家都知道，那天祈福之后，就有学生
哎
去。
喂，我们只问他好吗？
不会说话。
你要他说话呀！有笔有纸叫他写吗？现在。
Li Han states that Xiaotong is traumatized and that she will take her home first, promising to inform the police if they learn anything new. Angie is also investigated. On the night of the incident, she claims she has fallen into the river while praying and developed a high fever, so she hasn't gone out at all. She even produces a medical record as proof. With this, all of the police's leads are cut off. As Li Han goes upstairs, she sees someone moving in. It is the school's social worker, Lin Zaifu. Although they have seen each other at school, they aren't well acquainted. After a brief exchange, Li Han takes Xiaotong home. With her husband working away from home for years, Li Han manages all household affairs. After repairing the wall, Li Han puts on a raincoat, preparing to pick kumquats. Meanwhile, Angie receives a text message from the missing girls and goes alone to meet them at an abandoned bus. After waiting for a long time with no sign of them, she instead encounters the person in black. While Angie is in danger, her principal father remains oblivious, attending a school anniversary ceremony. When the ceremony begins and Angie still hasn't appeared, he finally calls her, but there is no answer. When it's time to cut the ribbon, the principal has to put down his phone and walk onto the stage. The split celebration ball not only contains celebratory ribbons, but also Angie, tightly wrapped in plastic, her eyes wide open in death. Similarly wrapped is the phone that has gone unanswered. Instantly, everyone scatters in fear, with screams filling the auditorium. Li Han, arriving late, searches through the chaotic crowd, but can't find her daughter.